Hey guys, welcome to Headwaters Online Group Fitness. My name is Bree. This is a 1-hour yoga class designed for all levels, beginners through advanced. We're going to work on opening the hips and the shoulders today. So let's start off in child's pose. Bring yourself to the back of your mat and bring your knees to the wide edges. Bring your big toes to touch. Start to sink your hips back in towards your heels. And walk your hands out to a place that feels comfortable for you. Make sure there's no tugging in your shoulders. And if you feel anything at all, just walk your hands back slightly. Work at relaxing your belly towards your mat. Now start to deepen your breath. And let that breath go. Relax your jaw. Now wiggle your jaw from side to side. See if you can release some tension through your jaw. Again, take a big breath in. And then exhale, let that go. Maybe you can bring your knees a little bit wider on your mat. Sink your hips deeper in towards your heels. Now walk your hands out further. Relax your belly towards the mat and take your forehead all the way down to the mat. Rock it from right to left. And take another deep breath in. And exhale, let that breath go. Look up to your fingertips and come on onto the tips of your thumbs and fingers and start to sink your belly even deeper. So notice a stretch from your shoulders right down through your hips here. Take a breath in and exhale. Now walk your hands to the right side of your mat. You can stack your left hand on top of your right and send your left hip back just a little bit more to open the left side body. Take a deep breath and exhale. Walk your hands to the left side of your mat and stack your right hand on top of your left. Now send your right sit bone back. Now we're opening the right side. Take a deep breath in and let that breath go. Walk your hands back through center and make your way into tabletop position. Have your knees under the crease of your hips and the wrists under your shoulders. Spread all 10 of your fingers and notice that the wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. Start to lift your tailbone and lift your heart forward for cow. Let the belly sink. And now exhale as you round through the spine, cat. And tuck your chin here. Take a look at your toes as you push away the floor. Again, come back to cow, lifting the tailbone, lifting the heart forward. Let your belly sink. And exhale back to cat. Let's do one more rotation. Inhale as you lift your tailbone and lift your heart forward. And then exhale, cat. Tuck your chin, push away the floor. And come on back into your neutral tabletop. From here, start to open the right arm. Bring your wrist parallel to your right shoulder and pause. Engage your core and then open the right arm up deeper. Look all the way up to your fingertips. Feel a gentle twist through your mid-spine. And then let's thread the right hand underneath the left. Plant the outside of your right shoulder on your mat. Plant your right ear down on your mat. And we're going to take the left hand into a half bind. Just bring it behind your back. And now slightly peel your left shoulder back. Keep reaching forward with your right fingertips. Take a deep breath in and exhale. One more time. Breathe in and exhale. Bring your left hand back under your shoulder and press yourself back up into tabletop position. Bring your knees together and sit back into your heels again. For a closed child's pose, walk your hands forward. Just keep looking to your fingertips here. And again, feel length from underneath your shoulders right down to your hips. Take one more breath. And exhale. Walk your hands back towards your body and stay in a kneeling position. You can either be on top of the feet or you can tuck the toes under, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers together, and press your knuckles away from your body. Peel the shoulders back and look up. Bring your head back to neutral. Release your hands down into the mat and come back to your tabletop position. Make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders, and we'll lift and extend the left arm out to the left side. And notice that your wrist is straight out from your shoulder. Start to lift the left fingertips, creating a gentle twist here through your mid-back. Look up to your fingertips, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, thread the left hand underneath the right, and plant the outside of your left shoulder down on your mat. Plant your left ear down. Take your right hand behind your low back. And now peel the right shoulder back slightly and reach forward more with your left fingertips. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. One more breath. Breathe in and exhale. Bring your right hand back underneath your shoulder and then press yourself back up into tabletop position. Bring your knees underneath your hips so your feet are going to be hip distance apart as well. With your hips stacked over your knees, walk your hands forward, setting up for puppy pose here. Reach your fingertips forward and bring your forehead all the way down to your mat if you can. Notice a deeper opening from the shoulders right down through the hips here. Take a deep breath in and exhale. One more time, breathe in and exhale. Gently walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, back into tabletop position. Tuck into your toes and make your way into our first downward dog. Lift your hips up and back. And just make sure that your alignment is so that your wrists are parallel to the short edge of your mat. Now soften your shoulders away from your ears. You want to feel the tips of your shoulder blades rotate down and towards your tailbone. Hug in the lower belly. Lift the hips up and back and press the heels all the way down to your mat. On an inhale breath, let's lift both heels. And then exhale, send the heels down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heels high. And then exhale, send them back down. 1 more. Inhale, lift the heels. And then press them back down. Look to your hands and take as many steps as you need to step to your hands. Have your feet come underneath the shoulders and fold forward. Let the head just go free. Nod your head yes. And shake your head no. Reach for opposite elbows. And again, relax the spine. Let your head go, nod it yes. And shake it no. Release the hands, come on into your flat back. Now lift and lengthen your spine. Take a big breath in and exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, rise. Open up the palms, reach the hands all the way overhead. Press your palms together and then bring the hands right down through heart center. Inhale, we'll reach the arms back up overhead, flexing your wrists. Press your hands together and lean to the right. Root down more through your left foot. Take 1 breath here and exhale. Push down through both your feet. Come on back through center. Lift up through the fingertips and lean to the left side. Push down more through your right foot. Take an inhale breath and exhale. 1 more time, inhale and exhale. Come on back through center. Open the palms and dive forward. Plant both your hands and step back to downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back, press down through the heels. Take a look at your hands. Make sure the wrists are parallel with the short edge of your mat. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. On an inhale breath, let's lift the heels. And exhale, press the heels down to the mat. 2 more. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, press them down. Last one. Inhale, lift your heels. And exhale, press them down. Look to your hands and step forward. Line up your feet underneath your hips and fold forward. Let your head go free and reach for opposite elbows here. Add a little sway from right to left. And release the hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, let that go, fold forward. And inhale to rise. Open the palms, reach up, press the palms together, and then bring them to heart center. Pause. Reach the hands back up overhead, moving into lateral flexion. Let's lean to the right. Pause right here, take a big breath in, and exhale. One more time, inhale. Using your exhale to deepen the stretch. Come on back through center and lean to the left side. Push down through your right foot. Breathe in and exhale. One more time, take a deep breath in and exhale. Push down through your feet and come on back through center. Open the wrists and dive forward. Plant the hands, just soften the knees here, step back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift both heels. And exhale, press them down. 2 more times. Lift the heels and press them down. Last time. Inhale, lift your heels. And now press them down. Take a look at your hands, soften your knees, and you're going to step your right foot forward. Make sure that your knee is stacking over your ankle joint. And then we'll lower the right knee down. Plant the top of your left foot down on your mat. And then with an inhale breath, reach the arms up overhead for crescent moon. Press the palms together or just have the hands stacked over the shoulders. We're here for 3 breaths. Reach up through your fingertips and lead with your hip bones. Press them forward, making sure that your knee stays above your ankle joint. 1 more breath. And now cactus the arms. Bring the elbows in line with the shoulders. Start to hug the shoulder blades together and lift your heart up. Look up. And bring that back to your crescent moon. Lower the hands down to frame the right foot. And start to straighten your right leg as you walk your hands back underneath the shoulders, coming into half splits. Pull your right toes forward, and with your tall spine, begin to hinge forward over your right leg. Now slightly send your right hip bone back, keeping your hips square. Keep pulling the toes forward. And you can even walk your hands forward if that feels right for you, or keep them stacked under your shoulders. Take 1 more breath in, and use your exhale to deepen the pose. Look ahead and come back into your lunge. Reach the hands up overhead for crescent moon. Press the palms together. And now cactus the arms, elbows shoulder height. Begin to hug the shoulder blades, lift the heart, and look up. Bring the hands back overhead and lower them down to frame the right foot. Coming back to half splits. Straighten the right leg, walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Pull the right toes in towards you. Now with your tall spine, begin to hinge over that right leg. 1 more breath here. And let that breath go. Walk it forward and tuck into your left toes. Now lift your left knee. Press into your left heel. Take your left hand and line it up beside your right foot. And we'll stack the shoulders, opening the right arm. And you can either just look forward or look all the way up to your fingertips. Begin to peel the right shoulder back slightly. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Now lower the right hand to meet the left and step the left foot forward to meet the right foot. Fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lift and lengthen your spine. Fold forward. And inhale, come on all the way up to standing. Open your palms and reach the arms up overhead. Press the palms together and bring them down through heart center. Bend into your knees. Sink your hips and feel the weight come into your heels. Reach the arms up overhead for chair. And you can either press your palms together or have the hands in line with the shoulders. We're here for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Keep reaching through your fingertips. 1 more breath. And come on all the way back up to standing. And bring the hands down through heart center. Coming into tree pose, I'm going to give you some options. Option 1 is to take sapling. You're going to cross the right ankle over the left and press down into the ball of the right foot. Option 2 is to have the sole of your foot between the knee and the ankle joint. Option 3 is to take the sole of the foot between the hip and the knee. So press your foot into your standing leg and your standing leg back into your foot. You can grip the inside of your standing leg with your toes. Draw the belly in, lift the heart. Now start to extend the arms overhead, reaching right up through your fingertips. It helps to focus on one spot in the room. And notice if you're locking the joint through your standing leg, slightly bend that left knee. Take 1 more breath. And now press the palms together, bring the hands straight down your midline. And pause. Release the right foot. Reach the hands up overhead. And dive forward into your forward fold. Soften through your knees here and step back to downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back, press down through the heels, and make sure your shoulders are softening away from your ears. Take a look at your hands, and we're going to step the left foot forward now. Setting up for our lunge, just check out that your knee is stacked above your ankle, and then we'll lower the right knee and the top of the right foot down to your mat. Reach the hands up overhead for crescent moon. Lead with your hip bones and lift your heart and your fingertips. We're here for 2 more breaths. Take a deep inhale and then exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, breath, and exhale. Begin to cactus your arms. Elbows come in line with the shoulders. And now hug the shoulder blades together. Lift your heart and look up. Breathe in and exhale. Take the hands back overhead for crescent moon. Now lower the hands to frame the left foot and begin to straighten your left leg for half splits. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Now pull your left toes towards you. Pull the tummy in, and with your tall spine, begin to find length as you hinge over that left leg. And slightly pull your left hip back and send the right one forward, keeping your hips square. Option to take the hands forward if that feels better for you. Take an inhale breath and use your exhale to go deeper. Look ahead and come back to your lunge. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead, crescent moon. And exhale, cactus the arms, hug the shoulder blades, lift the heart. Reach the hands back overhead. Frame the left foot and send the hips back for half splits. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Pull the toes towards you. With your tall spine, hinge over that left leg. Use your exhale to deepen the pose. Inhale, and then exhale. Walk the hands forward, coming back into your lunge. And we'll tuck into the toes here and lift the right knee off the mat. Press into your right heel. Keep the right leg strong. Line your right hand up beside your left foot and begin to stack the arms, stacking the left shoulder above the right. Now reach up through the left fingertips and start to peel your shoulder back. 2 more breaths. Deepen your breath. Finish every exhale. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Lower the left hand to frame the left foot. And we'll step the right foot to meet the left. Fold forward. Inhale to your flat back. Lift and lengthen your spine. Fold forward again. Come on all the way up to standing. Open the palms, reach the hands up, press your palms together, and then bring them down through heart center. Pause, bend into your knees, and reach the fingertips up for chair. Feel the weight through your heels. You should be able to lift your toes. And remember, you can either press your palms together or have your hands stacked over the shoulders. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. And you can exhale through your nose or your mouth. Find a breathing pattern that works for you. Keep deepening your breath. Inhale and exhale. 1 more time. Breathe in and exhale. Come on back up into standing and bring the hands down through heart center. Let's do tree pose on the opposite side now. Here's your options. Take the left foot across the right ankle and press into the ball of the left foot here. Or bring your sole of your foot between your knee and your ankle joint. Option 3 is to take the sole of the foot between the knee and the hip joint. Now press your left foot into your right thigh and vice versa. Now you can grip the inside of your standing leg with your left toes. That helps to stabilize it there. Now feel your tummies tight here. Shoulders are stacked evenly above the shoulders, the hips. Reach the hands up overhead, spread all your fingers. And pause. Maybe find a slight bend in that right standing leg. 1 more breath. Bring the hands together and down through heart center. Release the left foot and inhale, reach the hands up overhead and we'll lean to the right, lateral flexion. Get a little bit deeper now that your body's more open. Bring that back through center and take it to the left side. Again, getting deeper than you did before. Now that your body should be more open. And come on back through center, bring the hands down through heart center. And pause. Release the hands open to your sides. And now press down through your feet. Draw the tummy in. Lift your heart and take the shoulders back. Take 1 breath here in mountain pose. And release. Soften your hands. Tuck your chin. And roll all the way down to folding. Nice and slow. Once you get to your own range of motion, soften your knees here. We're going to plant the right hand between the feet, and you can either have your feet together or heel toe them apart so they're coming underneath your hips. Now soften your right knee, take your left hand to your left hip, and begin to peel the left shoulder back. This is option one. Option two is extend the left arm, reaching right through the left fingertips. Start to push down more through the right foot. And now peel the left shoulder back a little bit more, deepen your twist. Take one breath in and exhale. Now lower the left hand and plant the left hand between your feet, soften the left knee. You can take the right hand up to your hip and begin to peel the shoulder back, feeling a mid-spinal twist. So option to stay here or lift and extend the right arm, reaching right through those fingertips. Peel the right shoulder back and deepen your twist. Take a breath in and exhale. Bring the right hand back down. Soften both knees and step back to your downward facing dog. Have the feet hip distance apart. Soften the shoulders away from your ears. Press the heels down. Take one more breath here. Now look to your hands and step the right foot forward. Coming into warrior two, we're going to spin the left heel in. Take a look at your feet and make sure your heels are lined up with each other. And now cartwheel the hands up, big arms overhead. And bending into that front knee, make sure your right knee here is tracking over your right ankle. And slightly move that knee towards your baby toe. Soften the shoulders again, away from the ears. And hold your warrior two pose. Maybe you can deepen your lunge here, crawling the right toes forward a little bit more. But really press down through both of your feet. Pull your tummy and lift your heart. Imagine your hands are pressing into a really heavy object, maybe a brick wall beneath you. And now reach the right palm up. Reach up and reach back for exalted warrior. So your right palm is facing behind you. Slide your right hand down without putting too much pressure on your left leg. Take a big breath in and exhale. One more time. Breathe in and exhale. Come on back to warrior two. One breath. Inhale and exhale. Side angle. Bring your right forearm to the top of your right thigh and lift and extend your left arm overhead. Feel the shoulders stacking one on top of the other. And let's take this to extended side angle. Take the left arm long overhead and reach. Create lots of length from the blade of your left foot right up to your left fingertips. Take one more breath and bring it back to your warrior two. Remember, strong legs, strong arms. Let's take this to triangle pose. Straighten the front leg. Now reach forward with your right arm and pause. Lower the right hand down. You can take it all the way to the floor, or you can just have the fingertips graze and lift the left arm again so the shoulders are stacking one on top of the other. Start to spin your right sit bone towards your left foot. And now peel the left shoulder back slightly, making yourself as narrow as you can. Take one breath in and exhale. Let's take reverse triangle. Reach up through your left fingertips and windmill the hands straight back for reverse triangle. Feel that opening through the right side body as you slide your left hand down. One breath. And back to warrior two. Soften the front knee. Find your strong legs, your strong arms here. Take a breath in and exhale. Cartwheel the hands down to frame the right foot and pause. Let's step the left foot to meet the right and fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lift and lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold again. Inhale, come on all the way up to standing. Open your palms, reach the arms up. Press the palms together and exhale the hands right down to the heart center. Inhale, reach the hands back up overhead and swan dive forward. Plant the hands, soften your knees, step back to downward facing dog. Take a look up to your hands, and we'll step the left foot forward, setting up for warrior two on the left side. Spin the right heel, and take a look at your heel. See if you have a straight line from either heel to heel, or even heel to the inside arch of your foot. Root down through the feet, and windmill the arms all the way up to warrior two. Press down through both feet. So really push down through the blade of the right foot and the ball of the left foot. And notice that your left knee is tracking over the ankle and then slightly towards the baby toe. Good, now pull the tummy in, lift your heart, and imagine your hands pushing down into a brick wall. So strong legs, strong arms. Take one breath in and exhale. Open the left palm up and reverse, exalted warrior. So just have that left elbow stacked above the left shoulder. Your left palm is facing the back of your mat. You can slide the right hand down, but make sure you're not dumping weight into your right leg. Take one more breath and exhale. Take it back to warrior two. Good, find your strong legs, really push down through your feet. Embrace your core, lift your heart, but soften the shoulders from the ears. Side angle, left forearm to the top of the left thigh and stack the right arm above the left. So really reach up through your right fingertips here and keep rooting down through the outside edge of your right foot. One breath. Let it go. Extended side angle. Take the right arm long over your head and create as much length as you can from the blade of your right foot right up to your right fingertips. Feel your right rib cage open up and take a deep breath there. Exhale. Take it back to warrior two. One breath. Now triangle, straighten the left leg and reach forward with the left arm as far as you can, just coming to your own edge. Lower the left hand all the way down to the floor, or you can have the fingertips grazing. Stack the right arm above the left and start to spin your left hip back towards your right foot. So making yourself as narrow as possible. Keep rooting down through your heels, pulling the tummy in, and now spin the right shoulder back slightly, look up to the right fingertips. Take a breath in and exhale. One more time. One more breath. Reverse, triangle, reach up through the right fingertips. So let the fingertips lead and windmill the arms back to reverse triangle. Slide the right hand down the right leg without putting too much weight on it. And now creating length on the left side body. So pushing down through that left foot and reaching up through the left fingertips here. One breath. And take it back, warrior two. Get a little more depth in your lunge, so softening the left knee a little bit more. Keep your core engaged. Your heart lifted and the shoulders are softening away from the ears, not all the way up in here, but soft. And again, activate your hands as if you're pushing them down into a brick wall. Good, now cartwheel the hands down to frame the left foot. And we'll step the right foot to meet the left, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold forward again. Inhale to rise, open up your palms, reach the hands up, press the palms together, and exhale, hands right through heart center. Inhale, reach the hands back up overhead, and swan dive forward. Open the wrists and flex them as if you're painting the walls with your hands as you dive forward. Plant your hands and step back to downward facing dog. Look to your hands and let's step the right foot forward. Begin to spin the toes so they're both facing the long edge of your mat. Coming into Prasarita. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And you can even heel toe your feet a little bit farther apart here if you want. And start to bring the crown of the head towards the floor. Notice if your elbows have gone wide and draw them back in so that they're in line with the shoulders. Really pull the tummy in here. Press down through your feet. Let's take a couple more deep breaths. One more. Begin to look up, lift your head, and walk your hands underneath the shoulders. Come into a flat back position. Heel toe the feet back in. Now bring the hands up to the hips and come on all the way up to standing. We'll rotate the right toes forward and come back to warrior two. Soften the shoulders from the ears. Take one more breath. Cartwheel the hands down to frame the right foot. And we'll step the left foot to join the right, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Come on all the way up with your inhale. Reach the hands up overhead. Press the palms together. Exhale, hands right through heart center. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, dive forward. Open the palms. Step back to downward facing dog. Look to the hands. Let's step the left foot forward this time. And walk the hands to the center of the mat. Coming into Prasarita. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders and start to bring the crown of your head towards the floor. And remember, you can heel toe the feet a little bit farther here if you want. Bring the crown of the head down to your mat. And watch that the elbows aren't splaying away. Draw them back in underneath the shoulders. Keep pressing down through your feet and pulling your tummy in. Two more deep, nourishing breaths here. Breathe in and exhale. One more time. Breathe in and exhale. Straighten your arms as if you're coming into a flat back position here. Bring your hands all the way up to the hips and rise. Back to warrior two. Spin the toes forward and soften the left knee. Deepen your lunge here if you can. And remember, you're pressing down through the outer edge of the right foot with the ball of the left foot. Hands are active, pushing them down into that imaginary brick wall. One more breath, and we'll cartwheel the hands to frame the left foot and step the right foot to meet the left, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come on all the way up. Open the hands. Reach the arms up overhead. Press the palms together. Exhale, hands through heart center. One more time, sun salutation. Inhale, reach the hands up and dive forward. Step back to your downward facing dog. From here, gently lower the knees down onto the mat. Bring them to the wide edges. Bring your big toes to touch. Now sink your hips back in towards your heels. So we're back to where we started from. Notice if your body feels a little bit more open and try to deepen your pose. Take the knees wider, sink your hips back further, walk your hands forward more. Now let your belly just melt towards your mat here. Bring your forehead all the way down to the mat and rock it from right to left. Take one more breath. Look up to your hands and walk the hands back towards you. Keep your knees wide. We're going to move into a wide-legged hero pose. Bring your hands behind you so that the fingertips face forward. Now press down into your hands. Feel the tops of your feet engage. Push them down into the floor and begin to lift your hips up off your heels. Take a breath into the top of your chest. And as you exhale, lift the hips a little bit higher. Keep pressing down into the tops of the feet, even your shins. Do that again. Take another breath into the top of your chest. And then as you exhale, lift the hips. Slowly lower the hips back down towards your heels. And take the hands forward. Come back into your tabletop position. Line up the wrists under the shoulders and the knees underneath your hips. Bring the feet together behind you. And now lift your toes up off the floor and wag your feet from side to side. Try to stabilize your upper body. And bring the feet back through center and lower them back down. Start to walk your hands forward and come all the way down onto your hips and your belly. So feel your hip bones plant down into the mat and the tops of your feet planting down into your mat. Have your elbows come underneath your shoulders. We're setting up for Sphinx pose. Notice that the wrists are straight in front of your elbows here. Spread all 10 of your fingers. Now start to lift your heart forward. Find a long, low back and reach right up through the crown of your head. Push your forearms down and slightly pull them back, getting more length through your heart. Take a couple more deep, nourishing breaths here. As you inhale, just fill your body with breath, and as you exhale, try to create length in your exhale breath. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Dolphin pose. Bring your hands to the wide edges of your mat and line up your middle fingers with the top corners. With straight arms, keep your heart lifted. And now feel the tips of your shoulder blades rotate down and towards your tailbone. We're just going to be here for one breath. And lower the elbows and bring your chest all the way down to the mat. Bring your hands long beside you. Float the palms down to face your mat. Make sure that you're looking down here, not up, so we're not hyperextending the neck, but keep a really long, tall spine. Point your toes and begin to hover the upper body and the feet off the ground for locust. Reach your fingertips towards your toes, maybe lifting the heart a little bit higher. Exhale, lower back down. Let's do that again. Use your inhale breath now. Lift your heart, lift your feet, reach your fingertips towards the toes. Even peel the shoulders back, hugging the shoulder blades together. Lower back down. Let's do that one more time. Really inhale. Push your hips, push your belly into the floor. Peel the shoulders back, reach your fingertips towards your toes. And lower all the way back down. Stack your hands one on top of the other. And just rest your forehead on top of your on the top of your hand. Gently rock the forehead from side to side. Take one more nourishing deep breath here. And then bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Make sure that your wrist is lined up with your shoulders. Place the top of the feet down and now start to push away the floor, rising into cobra pose. You can have straight arms here. Make sure the shoulders are soft and again, not up towards the ears. So you want to push away the floor, but soften the shoulders away from the ears. Feel the tips of your shoulder blades rotate down towards your tailbone. Make sure your low back feels nice and long and the crown of the head is reaching up. Now look over your right shoulder and then look over the left shoulder. Come on back through center, lower all the way down. Tuck into your toes and move back through tabletop position. Walk the knees forward and we'll come all the way down into our backs. And once you get there, bend into your knees, give yourself a little hug. Rock from side to side. And come back to center. Lower both feet and bring your hands beside you. Glute bridge. Start to press down through both of your feet and lift your hips. Keep pushing down through your feet and maybe walk them a little bit closer towards your sit bones. Once again, push down through the feet, lift your hips. Feel your belly button reaching up towards your ceiling. Transfer your weight into your shoulders and now interlace your fingers together underneath your sacrum. Keep pushing down through your feet, but notice if your knees are still in line with your hips. If they're starting to sway away, pull them back in. And again, push down through the feet, lift the hips a little bit higher this time. Take a breath in and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Release your hands, lower the spine gently back down towards the floor. Pause. Take your right ankle, stack it over the left knee. And take your right hand, slightly move that right knee away from you. Now interlace your fingers behind your left thigh and flex into both of your feet here. You can rock from side to side and give your low back another little massage. Whatever feels right for you. You're going to plant the left foot down. And now cross your right leg all the way over the left. Really hug your thighs together. Take your hands out beside you, palms will face down, and roll both of your legs over to the left side, coming into a spinal twist. See if you can keep your right shoulder blade down on the mat. Look and gaze over your right shoulder. And try to soften your eyes and your jaw here. Relax your shoulders, relax your hips. Try to deepen your breath. Take one more breath. And bring the knees back through center. And gently unbind your legs. We'll take the left ankle over the right knee, flex into your left toes, and gently push away your left knee. And bring your hands behind your right thigh this time. Interlace your fingers together. Flex into both feet. And you can rock from side to side if that feels good for you. One more breath. And lower the right leg down to the floor. Cross the left leg all the way over the right. Hug your thighs together. Take your hands up beside you, palms face down, and roll both knees to the right side this time. Keep your left shoulder down if you can and look over your left shoulder. Soften your eyes, your jaw, your shoulders and hips. Two more breaths. One more deep breath in. Lengthen your exhale. And slowly bring the knees all the way back through center. Unbind your legs. Lift your knees. Now extend both heels up towards the ceiling. Flex into your toes. Spread all 10 toes here. And if you want, you can hold on to the back of your thighs, or you can leave your hands down on the floor. And this posture is really great for calming the nervous system. You can even add a block underneath your sacrum to lift your hips. Now bend into your knees, rotate the soles of the feet towards each other. And you can either hold on to the back of the knees here for Baddha Konasana. You can hold on to your ankles, shins, or hold on to your feet. Now press the outer edges of your feet together and begin to peel the insides open, just like you're opening up a book. This is another time you can rock from side to side if that feels good for your low back. Keep pressing the soles of the feet together. A couple more breaths. Breathe in, smooth out your inhale, and then find length through your exhale. Let's move into happy baby. Again, you can either hold on to the outside edges of your feet, you can hold on to your shins or ankles, or even take your hands around the back of your knees. Feel the soles of your feet pressing into your hands. And now draw your knees closer to the floor. Feel your low back really pressing down. Let's take 2 more breaths. Hear yourself breathe, listen to your inhale and listen to your exhale. And bring the knees together and all the way back down to your mat. Just pause here, let your spine settle. Take a couple breaths. Heel to the feet to the wide edges of your mat. And just let your knees fold into each other here. Relax your hips. Relax your shoulders. One more breath. Moving into Shavasana, walk your feet out to the long edges of your mat and have your toes splayed to the wide edges. Rotate your palms up and just start to scan your own body. See what it is that you can soften. Maybe your eyes, your jaw. Try to relax the back of your throat. As you inhale, notice what parts of your body move with your breath. Start to find some small movements in your fingers and toes. And gently rock your head from right to left. Bend into your knees one at a time. Take your right arm up overhead and then roll to your right side. Let's take a few nourishing breaths. Breathe in through your nose, fill your body with breath. And then sigh it out. Let it go. 2 more just like that. Inhale, breathe in through your nose. And exhale, sigh it out, let it go. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Use your left hand and press yourself back up into a seated position. Come into a cross-legged pose. Find your sit bones here and rock back and forth. And now feel your sit bones planted beneath you and use them as your foundation. Draw the tummy in, pull your belly button back towards your spine. Lift up through the heart. Feel the crown of your head reach upward. Take an inhale breath and let's take the arms overhead. Plant the palms together and exhale the hands through heart center. Big exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Open your wrists. And exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. 1 more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Open your wrists. Spread your fingers. And exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. And let's pause, taking just a moment for some gratitude. Think of something you're grateful or someone. You can even send that person a kind and caring thought. And if you've done that, make sure you send yourself the same kind, caring, and compassionate message. Thank yourself for taking care of your body today. And thank you for practicing together. Namaste.